Okay, I'll share my screen. So I'm Scott Petersen. I'm the CEO of OakTree Power. OakTree Power is a new climate tech company helping commercial buildings to reduce their CO2 emissions and help the growth of renewable energy, and for the first time be rewarded financially to do so. So what if, as a company, you could contribute to addressing one of the biggest issues of our time, and it's the future of our planet, but in the course of doing that, be financially rewarded to do so? Well, it all starts with climate change and the harmful effects which are impacting our planet. As a result, we're decarbonising infrastructure such as the power generation sector, and you see this in the closing down of fossil fuel power stations and their replacement by wind and solar predominantly. However, as renewables operate at the vagaries of the weather, output can be highly intermittent. The grid operators, such as National Grid in the UK, they need to balance out those fluctuations, such as when the wind suddenly dies away. And they do that in two ways. One, by turning on additional generation, or two, by turning down demand. You see on the left-hand side of the slide there, it shows putting on additional generation. And today, these gas, diesel, coal. So ironically, to keep wind and solar going, we're using fossil fuel. On the other side, you can turn down demand when the wind suddenly dies away. And this is where OakTree Power comes in. So when National Grid wants demand to be turned down, it issues a signal to which we respond by turning down electricity use in many buildings, and this is called demand-side response, or DSR. Now we're creating a new market for commercial building owners who can collectively contribute to decarbonising the country's energy system, and so help address the problems on the nation's power grid as well as the planet. Our solutions focus primarily on large commercial buildings, and we've identified 4 key market sectors where there's a great opportunity for OakTree Power to implement our solution simply, cost-effectively, rapidly, and at scale. You can see we're focused on commercial properties, public sector buildings, including hospitals and universities, large hotels, at the moment with a focus in London where there's the greatest number of large hotels, and cold storage facilities. We estimate collectively that these sectors could provide over a gigawatt of green demand-side response. So that's demand-side response that emits no carbon. And that's just in the UK alone. Now, first mover advantage with that, we believe we can obtain a 28% market share by 2026 and effectively removing 25,000 tonnes of CO2 every year in doing so. So what's unique here is that OakTree Power solution provides carbon emissions which can't be accessed anywhere else. It's not a replacement for energy efficiency or optimization measures that are put in buildings, such as LED lamps and modern controls, but it's in addition to these measures, providing even greater savings and the need to buy fewer carbon credits. And it's all about having a simple solution, but delivered by very smart technology. Simple in that we're focused on adjusting the large non-essential plants and buildings responsible for a large amount of electricity use. So typically the HVAC, heating, ventilating, air conditioning equipment, and which can be turned off for a period of time, for a short period of time, or turned down without anyone noticing in the building. So our service operates invisibly and silently, unnoticed in the background, yet we're still able to reduce the building's electricity use by 30% during these load reduction events. So what's the smart technology behind our solution and how does it work? Well, a key piece of our tech is our box-on-the-wall hardware, which houses a powerful Internet of Things controller and which we install in our customers' buildings. The box is connected to the building's main electricity meter and to the building's existing BMS, or its building management system. And then the box is doing two things: sending meter data to our central software platform every 15 seconds. So we establish a granular consumption profile of the building, and we can measure the drop in electricity when we implement a load reduction event. And the box is also inquiring every 15 seconds whether a DSR event has been scheduled to start. When it does pick up the signal to start, it contacts the BMS and switches the building's operation over to OakTree Power's pre-programmed schedule, and various plant is turned down or off. And when the box obtains a signal to end the DSR event, it tells the BMS to switch back, and the plant resumes to its normal operation mode. Now, there's no data access in any of these connections, so we're completely decoupled from the building's building management network and from the building's own corporate network. So it meets the highest levels of cybersecurity, and we have the accreditations for that as well. Central to our solution is our cloud-based operating software platform, which is designed specifically around managing aggregated electrical loads in many buildings in a controlled and secure manner. Parallel to the boxes from all our customers' buildings communicating with our software platform, OakTree Power analysts scan the flexibility markets, looking for opportunities to sell our customers' load reduction at the best price. The analysts, they formulate trading pricing strategies, make bids, and then on acceptance, a schedule of DSR events is set up on the software, which the boxes and all the buildings polling into every 15 seconds obtain the dispatch signal to start, and then all that load reduction is turned down in concert. We measure that. After the event, it all returns. We send that reduction to the grid operator. They pay us for that. We share that payment with all of the buildings based on how many kilowatts they contributed, and we take a share of that, and that's our business model. So we've achieved a lot in a short space of time, despite the pandemic. We launched in August 2020. We were an unknown tech company providing an unknown solution in an unknown market. But we got our technology developed and tested and finalized within a couple of months. We then got Europe's second largest bank to agree for us to connect and proceed with. We started specifying our software trading platform, and that went out to tender for developers around the world. And we selected a company to do that, and that started in July. We then got one of the UK's largest international law firms to agree for us to proceed and connect their 18-story London headquarters. We then got the Financial Services Qualification Service accreditation as a supplier to financial services, in which cybersecurity was a key requirement. Got that in February. And then in June, the world's leading financial media company agreed for us to proceed and connect their headquarters in London. We've then gone out to various markets and had our technical bids accepted into that. And our first customer, the law firm, was operational at the start of August. Has been running from them. And then we've connected the other buildings up, and we've got surveys for 11 new buildings and a pipeline of nearly 30 other buildings, which is nearly 17 megawatts of flexible load. So technology, it's, like I said, made up of the box on the wall that we put into our buildings and our central software platform. The box on the wall, we've integrated a range of existing powerful components into an entirely new application. Like I said, completely decoupled from the customer's network. And the central software platform, cloud-based, aggregates, bids all those electrical loads from the customer's facilities into the various flexibility markets.
Scott, I'm sorry to interrupt you. The time is over already. Can you come to an end, please?
Sure. So that's fine. We're now fully funded to achieve break even. Obviously, funds are appreciated in the future for international growth and the like. We're highly profitable. Where our payback on every installation is only 6 months. We're going to achieve we're achieving significant growth We forecast 28% market share will get us to 280 megawatts, 30 million pounds in gross benefit, annual net revenue 15 million pounds. And we're a very low churn business underpinned by 5-year customer contracts. So just in summary, we offer ability for building owners to make their buildings greener, reducing CO2 emissions, increase the value of those buildings, publicise that they're creating a critical tool to enable the growth of renewable energy, lowering their energy costs, obtaining a new source of income, all at no cost, and we fund that whole solution.
Thank you for the presentation.
Thank you.